What's up, everybody? We got so yesterday, a little recap. Pretty much got this thing put back together. I've been taking off the tape for the quarter windows, but it's fine. So we got this now. Goal is to get it to start and move under its own power. So to do that, we need to get the battery relocated to the back of the car, because that space just doesn't work out. What I've actually been doing in the past is using this lawn and garden. So yeah, using a lawnmower battery to start the car. I just grabbed the one with the 275 cold cranking amps. And I mean, honestly, it works. I've used that for a long time. I used to run a sealed battery, and that wasn't bad. And I was like, I'm not gonna spend whatever $100. I just need to relocate it to the back. But in the meantime, I will spend $20 on a lawnmower battery. And you know what? They've worked really well. The only thing, like, if you don't take care of the battery, then the battery doesn't take care of you. So like, I've went through maybe just one. That might be my second one. The other one, I just parked this in my garage and let it sit for a long time while the battery is hooked up, and just smoked the battery. I think, yeah. So had to end up getting a new one. But I've had this one since 2016, and I've just been taking care of it, keeping it on a trickle charger, taking it out of the car when it wasn't in it. But that's just not going to fly anymore. We're going to get it done right. So you can use a lawnmower battery, and it will fit up there. But with the S15 front end conversion, it's really tight right here. And I got all the pieces to fit correctly, so we pushed the headlights back. So it leaves no room for a battery anymore. So, and I'm tired of that. Probably want to get a real battery, so I don't have to worry about it. And yeah, it doesn't have to be all ghetto. We can have it mounted in the back and do it that way. So this is the kit that I got. Got this on eBay. I'm sure if you just search battery relocation or battery box, this is what comes up as like the first one, 80 something bucks. Probably used my eBay bucks back on it. I had like $40, so it was probably like 40 bucks for this thing. I was like, can't go bad, because I was pricing out wire and some type of box and all these stupid little connectors, and it was more than 40 bucks, 45 bucks. Even like, it was even probably right around $80, and I didn't want to go chasing parts and have to run to the parts store, so I was just going to buy a kit. This kit was just there. Figured let's try it out. Looks like there's some assembly required with the box. I think this box is going to pass tech for drag racing. And the track, I kind of looked up. That was another thing, because you see those marine battery boxes that are plastic, and yeah, they're like 10 bucks. But if your battery blows up, no good. And it won't pass at the track. So if you take your car to the drag strip or the track, the drift track, whatever, I think it's pretty standard rules. Aluminum box, enclosed, vented, a certain amount of thickness. They've sold like 4,000 of these, so I'm assuming that this is going to be the right thickness. So hopefully if the battery blows up, keeps it from shrapneling everywhere. So we'll take it out of the box here, see what we have to do to build the box, and then start running some wire, see where we're going to put it in the back, and go from there. Alright, so I pulled everything out of the package. We've got bottom, some sides, top, some more sides, some hardware here, little machine screws, washers, bolts, nuts, vent, terminal hookups. Got the negative. We've got, I think it's 17 feet positive, 2 gauge, I believe. Tie down, it's aluminum, heavy duty. There's that. Alright, so that's what's in the kit. I'm going to get this thing assembled, and then we'll see where we're going to put it. So there it is. I do wish it had some grommets, that one right there. Make it a little bit more slick. Maybe we'll try to pick some up later as long as everything fits. Yeah, it's shiny. It's aluminum. Just put some Loctite on those bolts. Now they want us to run this through it down into the car to bolt everything together. So the next thing is get in the back, find out where we're going to mount it, and we'll go from there. Alright, so this is what we're looking like back here. Oh, of course we got the fuel pump right there. Can't really put it on that. Over there, there's no space. This box is huge in the back of this car. So, well, there's that, but it's no even surface anywhere. The gas tank is right underneath this. We're gonna drill some holes into the body to bolt it down to. So I think we'll just put it right there. And yeah, I think that's just gonna be how it's gonna work. We got the tail lights right here, so you need to kind of get to that. You can't tuck it too far underneath this because the top needs to come off. If you need to get the battery out, how are you gonna do all that? So I think that's just the easiest. Alright, so slow and steady is the name of this race. Got that hole drilled. The other one goes right about there. And then that's the rivet that will go in there. That the tie down will bolt to. I'm going to put that in first. Put this side in first. And then make sure that lines up and we can drill that. Now, the fuel lines run out this way. And it's hard to see anything down that hole. I wish I had this up on the lift while I was doing this. I might just put that back hole in and wait to do the rest, and we can look underneath and make sure, because I was kind of going slow. Didn't want to hit anything. But we're on the right direction. We'll get that put in. So we just pop that thing in there, pull this tool out. Boom. Now we have something to bolt to. Alright, so like I said, I wish there was grommets that came with this kit. That's just not going to fly, so we're going to have to find some. But there's the wires to kind of in place. We're going to run this wire back through here, tuck it all nicely. We'll go under the carpet right there, up through the firewall, and right down and up and connect it right here. That's the original battery post, so it's got feeds. There's the box in there that feeds all the rest of this stuff, so that's what we gotta connect it to. Honestly, not gonna be that hard. I'm gonna pull all that trim off, all the trim we put back yesterday, pull it all off, pull the carpet back, and lay that wire down. Super easy. Right, so I got it ran all the way up through the firewall. This is a right-hand drive, so we're going on the right side. We go up through the fuse box and all that, where all the wiring harness comes together. There's a lot of stuff there. As you can see, I just unbolted it. It's not worth fighting it to just not take those couple bolts out, move it out of your way, put it back in place later. This was a pain, but patience with any project in general, and just over the years doing all these car projects, I know it can be frustrating. That can be frustrating. It's tight, it's cramped, it's really small down there. You can only move a little bit, get situated, just to have to come out and come back around. But don't get frustrated. We're doing this because it's fun. Take your time. I got it out. We popped the boot out so it can go. It's actually slit for the boost controller. I think is tapped in over there or something. Some wires ran through this side already. So we'll just put it through there. I'm gonna run it in the fender, which we need to take this whole fender off to do that, and then pop it out right here and hook it up there. So it's pretty much done, just securing it. But the hardest part, through that firewall, take your time, move whatever you need to get it out of your way. Instead of fighting it or maybe breaking something, it's not going to be worth it. and just be patient and you'll get it there. So finish this up, and I think we're just about done with that. All right, so we are done under the engine bay. That's what it looks like. It's not preferred. I wanted to use this little battery box, but it just wasn't gonna fit that cable. And it's mounted somewhere and then hook everything up. Still might do that. Maybe have to get some different connectors or a different battery box positive. So we got it. It's secured underneath this fender. Back through here, tightened up over here. Just gotta put all that back together. Yeah, definitely the biggest thing was the firewall. Pulling this fender out of the way. Tighten it up there. But I think we got it. I'm gonna go ahead and get the fender thrown back on, the wiring harness bolted back up, and just get a button back up. But yeah, it's ran, it's hooked up to the back. We're kind of bolted in the back, so I think we're just about there. Not too bad, like I said. Patience, just get it done. It's been super busy, but we're getting back to it. Working on that battery relocation. Come underneath the car here. So I put the studs to hold everything together in, and they're super long. We're definitely gonna have to cut them because you can see right there, it's all the way down, and it's actually sitting on the gas tank. Plus, it's running next to those fuel lines, and same on that one. So I'm gonna tear it all apart, cut them down. We'll mark them, cut them, put it back together. But while I was down here, when I had started this thing up, it had like a crazy rattle knocking around sound, and I thought it was the exhaust maybe banging around on the subframe or something somewhere, but it's the catalytic converter that was in here. So while I was down here, I pulled that guy out, and this is what we had. And if you can hear, so I don't know if you can see that, but I don't know, this must be a high flow cat or something, but that's the element that's inside of there. And so just rattling around there and sounding like absolute trash. So pulled that out, ordered another one because we have to get this thing to pass emissions. So ordered another cat, just replacement for this vehicle. Right here. Ta-da, now look at that one. That is solid, not just a ball that's rattling around. So comes with all the gaskets. Hopefully we can get that installed, no exhaust leak. Get this thing to pass emissions and then do some exhaust testing. So got a new HKS exhaust right there. Kind of want to do some testing comparison with this eBay special that's 12, 15 years old, and this new HKS shiny one. And then of course that cat, kind of see what we do. So first we have to take the battery box apart, cut those studs, put it all back together. We should be done after that, and then we'll throw the catalytic converter back, but got all the wheels off. Fix these, get this connected while the wheels are off. And then I've got some other stuff coming. Should be here this week. So then I think we can go get this thing registered, get it out, back out on the road, and have some fun with it. Maybe keep working on it, but have a little fun with it too. So, all right, we'll get to work on that. All right, so this is the part we need to cut. It's pretty much where it sits at the car. I'm just gonna come down and pop it off right there. That one, do Sawzall, cut it, and see what it looks like. All right, so cut that much off of each one. Ended up just using the hacksaw because the Sawzall was getting too crazy. Got it put back in. It's all bolted up. I think we're just about finished with this project. I'll throw the car back up in the air just to make sure everything looks good underneath. But There she is. It's in there. Those bolts are poking out just enough for the lid. Got it bolted down over there. Start getting this cleaned up. Throw the interior probably back in. I wasn't sure if I was gonna put it in or not, but since that battery box is so big, and since it's so big, kind of want to hide it. So I'm gonna put the interior back in. It'll make for a cleaner install anyways. Hide that, we can always change it later. Yeah, so on to the next. Alright, so I just threw our little lawnmower battery back in this big old battery box. Got a little extra cable, we'll trim that up later, but I just wanted to show you how silly that looked. But it's in there. Put the top on, it should be good. We're gonna call it a day. Check back tomorrow, maybe even later today. We'll post something else up. This project is going to continue, so thanks again for watching. Out the Instagram, go ahead and subscribe, check out the videos, all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.